How's it going, you guys? It's Max here. Today we're going to be going over the M249, or the, what is it, the first LMG you unlock in the support kit. There are definitely some pros and cons, as with, a gun like the F2000. For one, it is an LMG. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's LMG. 100 round magazine, or, box, whatever you want to call it. The rate of fire is pretty fast. It's faster than most of the other LMGs compared to like the M27 IAR or the RPK 74M. So you're definitely going to have that advantage in a CQB aspect when you're up against guns like an MP7 or an AEK or an F2000. So definitely use that extra CQB advantage to your I was about to say use that extra CQB advantage to your advantage. And basically the setup that I'm running right now is the red dot and laser sight. That's what I'm running throughout the whole entire gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay as well. Get a few good kill feeds here and there. Not too fancy, not too bland, I guess you could say. But anyways, enough about the gameplay. This isn't a COD commentary. We don't like COD in these parts. Um, So back onto the LMG, M249. Definitely want to watch out for the reload speed. My tips for anybody getting into LMGs coming from like the M16 or any sort of fast reloading submachine gun or sniper rifle, definitely take your time and reload, because one of the things that catches people off guard is the reload times of most of the LMGs. Like, even if you have the LMG in the game that has the fastest reload speed, it's still going to be slower than submachine guns or assault rifles. So you really want to make sure you become accustomed to the reload speeds of all the LMGs. Second of all is the fire rate of the LMGs. A lot of the times the fire rate of the LMGs aren't going to be as good as like I've been saying, an assault rifle or a CQB or a submachine gun for CQB. So definitely, you really want to make sure that. Okay, now onto the accuracy of the MT49. It's definitely pretty accurate. Basically, for most LMGs, you're not going to want to hold down the trigger. You will see me hold down the trigger in a couple of kills, but that's just because I am playing hardcore, as I say in just about every commentary, because I know a lot of YouTubers play normal, and you're used to seeing normal gameplay, on normal mode. So it's okay if I hold down the trigger for a slight amount longer, because even if I clip the guy in the knee, I'll still probably get the kill. So I am spraying a little bit, aiming down the sights, but for the most part, you're gonna want to fire in short bursts, because that's where you're gonna be most accurate. Bullet spread on LMGs is very bad. Let's just get this straight. Unless you have like a flash suppressor, or my friend told me foregrips were really good on not submachine guns, light machine guns, because they reduce quite a bit of the recoil. I'm actually not too sure about that. I will actually check that out after the commentary. But anyways, I also unlock the Cobra sight. You really want to make sure you get a good sight or scope when you're using the LMGs, because you don't want any of your peripheral vision to get in the way. As everybody knows, LMGs are either they're fast firing, slow firing, heavy stopping power, low stopping power. They are always going to be chunky. I mean, the chunkiest one of the game is the M60E4, and that thing is like, I mean, there's a reason why they call it a pig. You're literally hauling around a pig or a freaking cow. I mean, it's that bad. The zoom in times for the LMGs, I think they're a bit slower, even if you are using the iron sights. Maybe that's different. I don't know. It just seems like if you're zooming down the scope or a sight of a like for example, the M40A5, and you're zooming down a scope or the iron sights of an M240B, it just seems like aiming down the sights of LMGs are just going to be slower in general, and you really want to take that in consideration, because if a guy comes around a corner and you don't really feel the need to hip fire, like you know you can get him if you aim down the sights, but you don't want to risk the chance of hip firing and missing every shot, then you really want to make sure you have a good sight with peripheral vision. So I would either go with holographic, cobra sight, red dot sight. Those are pretty much the main three that I would pick. Medium range, obviously there's only like 2 or 3 to choose from, so go for ACOG if you'd like. I don't really tend to go for ACOG because the recoil on the LMGs, despite an LMG like the Type 88, despite its recoil being lower than most of the LMGs, it's still going to be higher than most assault rifles or SMGs. So you really want to make sure that you have a good sight in order to lock onto your target quick and you know, take him out efficiently. I feel like a badass when I say that. But anyways, overall thoughts of the M249 LMG. It's very good, fast firing, great for CQB. I'd highly recommend putting in the laser sight just to get that CQB advantage over your enemies. You'll see a couple good kills of me hip firing actually, which in turn gets me a couple good kill streaks. But anyways, for the sight, I would recommend just a CQB or medium range. Long range, oh hell to the no. Do not go long range with an LMG because just the recoil alone, I mean unless you have a bipod then it's all good, but even with a bipod, the recoil is still gonna surprise you, and it's gonna surprise you in a bad way to where the guy finds out where you are and then you're like, oh shit, so then you have to run away and then everybody knows where you are and then you're just like titties. So basically, M249, very good LMG, highly recommend it. Basically, make do of what you get from it. Use up whatever attachments you are, whatever situation or scenario you're stuck in. I mean, if you feel the need to put a suppressor on it, go ahead to put a suppressor on it. If you feel the need, like you're on Operation Metro 64, Conquest, you know, max tickets, go ahead and put on extended mags because, like I said before, the rate of fire of the M249 is very nice. Definitely good for suppressing and basically pray and spray kind of LMG. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, happy killing.